Elite athletes know something recreational athletes haven't figured out yet. Recovery isn't just important, recovery is where performance actually improves. I'm going to share the recovery secret that separates elite competitors from everyone else, and I'll show you exactly how to teach it to the athletes you work with. This one insight can transform both their performance and your yoga teaching. I'm Sage Rountree, and I've spent over 20 years teaching athletes at every level, from recreational enthusiasts to Olympic competitors. I wrote the book, The Athlete's Guide to Recovery, because I saw firsthand how this principle changes everything. Today, I'm sharing what elite athletes understand that everyone else needs to learn. By the end of this video, you'll understand the recovery principle that elite athletes live by, why most athletes get this wrong, and the specific practices you can teach to help any athlete recover better and perform at a higher level. This is the foundation of yoga for athletes. Here's the secret elite athletes understand. Recovery isn't passive rest, it is active restoration. And this is where adaptation happens, where the body actually gets stronger, faster, and more resilient. Most recreational athletes think training is where improvement happens. They focus all their energy on working harder, going longer, pushing more. Recovery is just what happens when they're not training, something they tolerate until they can train again. But elite athletes know differently. They understand that training breaks the body down. Recovery is where it builds back up, stronger than before. Without proper recovery, training just creates more breakdown without adaptation. You get weaker, not stronger. This is why elite athletes are obsessive about recovery. They track their sleep, they schedule recovery sessions, they use ice baths, compression boots, massage, and yes, yoga. They understand that recovery isn't taking time away from training, recovery is training. The athletes I work with at the Division I level treat recovery sessions as seriously as practice. They show up on time, they are fully present. They understand this work is crucial to their performance, not secondary to it. So what does active recovery actually look like? It's not just lying on the couch. It's intentional practices that help the body restore and adapt. And this is exactly what yoga can provide. Active recovery has three components: physical restoration, nervous system regulation, and mental reset. Physical restoration includes gentle movement that increases circulation without adding training stress, training load. Think about legs up the wall, supported twists, gentle hip mobility work. The goal is to help the body clear metabolic waste, reduce inflammation, and promote tissue repair. You're not strengthening or stretching aggressively. You're facilitating the body's natural recovery processes. Nervous system regulation is key. Athletes live in sympathetic dominance, fight or flight mode. Their bodies are constantly primed for performance. Active recovery shifts them into parasympathetic dominance, rest and digest mode. This is where healing happens. This is where the body can actually restore itself. Practices like simple breathing exercises, body scans, and restorative poses with props trigger this parasympathetic response. The nervous system downregulates. Stress hormones decrease, the body shifts into recovery mode. Mental reset also matters. Elite athletes understand that mental recovery is as important as physical recovery. They need to step away from the constant pressure to perform, to achieve, and to compete. They need practices that allow them to simply be present without goals or outcomes. This is why Shavasana is non-negotiable in my athlete yoga sessions. It's not a nice way to end class. It is essential recovery work. Athletes need to learn that rest is productive, that doing nothing is actually doing something crucial for performance. Let me tell you what happened when I started teaching recovery-focused sessions to the UNC football team. Initially, some athletes thought these sessions were easy or not worth their time. They were used to challenge, intensity, effort. But the coaching staff understood. The strength coach told them, this is part of your training. This is how you're going to perform better on Saturday. After a few weeks, the athletes started noticing differences. They felt less sore. They recovered faster between practices. They had better energy. Some mentioned sleeping better. Their performance improved. What changed? They learn to actually recover instead of just tolerating rest between training sessions. They learned that gentle movement, breathing practices, and conscious relaxation aren't soft. They're sophisticated training tools that elite athletes use. One linebacker told me, "This is the first time my shoulders have relaxed in months. I didn't even realize how much tension I was carrying until I let it go." So, how do you teach active recovery to athletes? 3 specific practices. Practice 1, the recovery breath. Have athletes lie down in a comfortable position. Guide them to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 2, breathe out for 6, hold for 2, repeat for a few minutes. This breathing pattern activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It signals to the body that it's safe to recover. It's simple, portable, and athletes can use it anywhere, before bed, between training sessions, even during competitions. Practice 2, legs up the wall. Have athletes lie on their backs with legs up a wall or their calves resting on a chair. Stay for 5 or 10 minutes with their eyes closed, focusing on breath. This position facilitates circulation, it reduces swelling in the lower legs, and it promotes deep rest. It's passive enough that the body fully relaxes, but active enough that they're engaging in recovery work. And practice 3, a supported twist. Have your athletes lie on their backs, knees falling to one side, but supported by blankets or bolsters. Stay 3 to 5 minutes per side, breathing naturally. This gentle rotation releases tension in the spine, it promotes digestion, which is key for recovery, and it allows deep relaxation. It's restorative work that actually helps the body heal. If you want to learn the complete recovery system for athletes, including specific practices, session structures, and how to teach athletes the value of recovery work, I've created a free workshop called How to Double Your Income Teaching Yoga to Athletes. In it, I share everything I've learned about active recovery and how to position yourself as the recovery specialist athletes desperately need. The link is in the description below. Remember, elite athletes know that recovery isn't passive rest. It is active restoration. It's where adaptation happens, where the body builds back stronger. Your job is to teach athletes how to recover effectively, not just tolerate rest between training sessions. Give them tools for physical restoration, nervous system regulation, and mental reset. Teach them that recovery is sophisticated training, not time away from training. If this shifted how you think about recovery, please like this video and subscribe for more insights on teaching athletes. Please drop a comment. How do you incorporate recovery work into your teaching? I would love to hear your approach.